Okay guys, so in this video I'm just going to go over the material that I left you guys that I think you guys will be struggling with or maybe struggling already. And that would be questions 5 and 6. So question 5 and question 6. I'll be doing those two. So I'm not going to do all of them. I think I'll just do f of x and h of x. Because they're very similar. Now here with g of x, I know there's that negative there, which may seem confusing. You can do two things. You can either just disregard it, because it's not going to do anything to the vert to the points of intersection, to the roots. Remember the negative, if you have the x-axis, the negative just means that the graph will be upside down, right? Now, if we don't have that negative, it will just mean that the graph will be upside up. But the roots won't change. If it's upside up, this is all that's going to happen. It'll just get reflected. So the vertices will stay the same, and they won't change. Okay. So why don't we even look at an example of that? Here on Desmos. So let's actually take a look at this function. 3x minus 8 and 2x plus 8. So we have our function looking something like this. Right, these are my vertices. Now if I get rid of that negative, the graph just switched, but the vertices are still on the same place. Alright, so at -4 is 0, and at 2 points it's at 7 and 0. Again, let's take a look at that negative. Let me zoom out, and you're just gonna see it flip. There's that flip. It'll just, oops, it'll just flip, as you guys can see. Okay, so the vertices, nothing happens to them. So that is one thing you can do. You can just disregard that negative. Another thing you can do, if you don't want to disregard the negative, you can distribute the negative to either one of these two factors. I would just disregard it and just continue the problem the way you do it. But beware that that negative exists there, okay? So notice in the event, because we have this negative, the vertex is going to be located up here, okay? Not down here. So this would be a no. The vertex will not be located here, because this graph is going to be an upside down parabola. Here's where the vertex will be located. Alright, so be sure not to disregard that negative just completely, because it's still there and it's still affecting the function. Okay, sorry. Let's do this. Okay, so given the following quadratic functions in factor form, find the roots, the line of symmetry, and the vertex. Okay, so you want to use the factors to find the roots. So use the first factor, x minus 4, and set it equal to 0. So just add 4 to both sides, and you'll get x equals 4. So this is your first root or point of intersection. Now take the second factor, x plus 9, and leave x by itself, and make it equal to 0. Always make it equal to 0. Subtract 9 to both sides, and you'll get that x equals -9. So these are my roots. These are my x-intercepts. Okay, so on my x and y axis, All right, these points at -9, the graph will go through here, and it will also go through at 4. So at -9 and 4. Now, to find the line of symmetry, remember this is a parabola, so the line of symmetry must be right in between these 2 points, and this point will be located at x equals, I want to know what is this point right in the middle. So a nice thing you can do is just take the -9, combine these two numbers, the -9 and the +4, and then just divide by 2, and that will give you the middle. So -9 and 4, that will be -5, and then -5 divided by 2, and that'll be -2.5. That is where my line of symmetry is, at -2.5. Alright, that is that. I found my line of symmetry. That's it. But now I also need to find the vertex. So to find the vertex, I think that's the maybe the trickiest one. Finding the line of symmetry is just in the middle. Now finding the vertex. Here's the one thing you need to know. The vertex, and you already know it, the vertex is right here. The vertex is on the line of symmetry. Okay, the vertex is going to be somewhere on this line of symmetry. Okay, we just needed to find where on the line of symmetry it is located. And to do that, well, you need your x value of where the line of symmetry is. Take this x value and plug it into the function f of x. So your function will now become f of -2.5. And this will just be equals to -2.5. That's my x. Then -4. And then that times -2.5 plus 9. Let's figure out what this is. So -2.5 and -4, that'll be -6.5. And then we get -2.5 and 9, that'll be positive 6.5. Well, -6.5 and positive 6.5, let me get a calculator. So -6.5 times positive 6.5, that gives me 42, -42.25. So where's my vertex located? My vertex will be located, of course, here on the line of symmetry, and it'll go negative. It's going to be way down here, right? It'll be way down here on the line of symmetry, but it'll be way down at -42.5. So the coordinate point of my vertex is at -2.5, comma, -42.5. I'm not gonna have space. No, yes I will. 0.25. This is the coordinate point of my vertex. And that's it. Technically, that's all you want to do. Find the points of intersection, my roots. Find the point in between them, which is the line of symmetry. Take the location of the line of symmetry and plug it into the function, and that's how you get your vertex. And that is what you want to do for g of x. That is what you want to do for h of x. That is what you want to do for w of x. The exact same process. The only thing about number 6 with h of x and w of x is that to find the points of intersection, my roots, to find them, you have to use a quadratic formula. Okay, you have to use the quadratic formula for this. And let me get you guys the quadratic formula. So the quadratic formula is right here. Okay, so this is your quadratic formula. Let's see, let's place it right here. Just for a minute. Just let's leave it just there, just to help me solve these problems. Then I'll take it away. Okay, so this is the formula that I want to use to find. As you can see, my x values, I should get 2 with this plus or minus, and these will be my roots. The quadratic formula helps you get your roots. It helps you get your points of intersection, if any. If not, they're just called roots. Okay, so let's do h of x. So here I will get that x equals, oh yeah, you also need to know what this b, a, and c numbers are and where they come from. Alright, so a, the letter a right here comes, that'll be the first term. That is my a. The second letter, b, which is here and here, b is the second term. And as logic dictates, C is just the third point. So it'll just go A, B, and C. All right? And of course, the 4, the square, the 2, they just stay there. Okay, so I will get that x equals negative b. Now notice that here b is negative already, so this negative will make it positive. Technically you will have negative 12, and that'll just be positive 12. Plus minus the square root of b squared. Okay, so b squared, that'll be negative 12 squared. And then minus 4 times a, which is 2, times c, which is 10. Okay, so it's the square root of all of this. And then all of this, the whole thing, divided by 2 times a, which is 2. Alright, so now it's just a matter of simplifying this whole thing. So this will be equals to 12 plus or minus the square root of 12 squared is just 144 positive, because technically you'll be squaring negative 12. That'll be negative 12 times negative 12, so that's going to be positive 144. Then you get that minus 4 times 2 times 10. Now notice here a is positive, c is positive, and we have this negative 4 there originally, so the result will be negative. So 4 times 2, that's 8, times 10, that's 80. So negative 80. Alright, and then of course all of this divided by 4. This is x. Nice. Good. Looking good. Now I get 12 plus or minus. You'll see how I get rid of this plus or minus in a minute. So let's simplify this. Negative 44 minus 80. That'll be 64. The square root of 64. And then all of this divided by 4. Okay. Let me scroll down. Okay, then all of this. The square root of 64, that's a perfect square. That is 8. So I'll get equals to 12 plus or minus 8. All of this divided by 4. Nice. Here's now how I'll get rid of this plus or minus. Once I'm here, once I've done simplify the whole right side over here, I can make this into two separate functions. The first function will be x equals 12. And instead of writing plus or minus, I'll just write the plus. Then the 8, and then the 4 on the bottom. That'll be the first thing. The second thing, it'll be x equals 12. Now, because I already wrote the plus, in this one I'm going to write the minus, and the 8, and all of that divided by 4. Then I just simplify this. 12 plus 8, that is 20. 20 divided by 4 is just 5. For this one is 12 minus 8. 12 minus 8 is 4. Divided by 4, the answer is just 1. So these are my points of intersection for number 6. So again, the parabola, it's an upside up parabola because this term right here is positive. So my, how do you call it? My vertex is going to be located down on the below the x-axis. So let's see. Here's my x and y. Here's my x-axis. Okay, here's my x equals 1. Actually, let me use a different color. Here's my x equals 1. Okay, it's gonna be right there. That's 1. Then my x equals 5. That'll be, let's say, it'll be right there. That's 5. Okay, the parabola will come down and then it will go up from here. Now we want to know how far down it's going to go. So to do that, I want to know where is my line of symmetry. Where is this thing located? It'll be located at some x value equals something. It's going to be just right in the middle. So the number right in between 1 and 5, again, you can just add these numbers. 1 plus 5 divided by 2. And that'll just be 6 divided by 2. That'll just be 3. So it's located right there at x equals 3. That's nice. Now, to find out where on the line of symmetry we have the vertex, because that's the other thing we want to find the vertex, where on the line of symmetry we have the vertex, we just need to take this x value and plug it into the function, 2h of x. So now we will have h of 3. Not h of x anymore. Now it's h of 3. Well, h of 3, that's just going to be 2 times, instead of x, I'll write 3 squared minus 12 times 3 plus 10. Simplify all of this, it'll be 2 times 9 minus negative 12 and 3, that's going to be 36 plus 10. And then 2 times 9, this is just 18. And negative 36 and positive 10, that's just negative 26. But then here, 18 minus 26, that's going to be 8. Negative 8. And that's it. This is my y value. This is where on the y-axis I have my vertex. So it's going to be located, I don't know, let's say it's located right there. So this point is the point 3, comma, negative 8. And that is my vertex. And now that's what you just want to do for W of h. It's the same process. And guys, I'm not going to make this video longer, but that's it. If you guys have any more questions, please reach out. I'll let you guys chill. Have fun with these problems.